is 31WinterWolf31, aka Winter, aka Wolfie, whatever you choose to call me today. Today we are doing a collab with caidilycreates, who is a fellow YouTuber, and she has an Instagram. I'll link everything down below, and it'll probably show up on the screen too while I'm editing. So I asked her to give me something hard to furnish, and she definitely delivered. She gave these two townhouses, and they have an interesting small little split level, and I don't know, it's just kind of weird. So I started out with the bathroom because I really didn't know what else to furnish, and so in my mind, this is kind of like an artist, struggling artist, maybe, I don't know, or maybe she's successful already. So she has like a very spunky bathroom, very spunky house. Just everything is really bright and colorful and out there. It wasn't essentially like supposed to be aesthetically pleasing or all put together, but it's definitely like very unique. So I did this lovely mosaic tile, which I'm super happy that I chose because it looks amazing. I think it fits the theme quite well. I don't remember if I changed the kitchen or not, but I guess we'll see in a minute. I might have changed the kitchen to black later on, but we'll see. So this was the split level area I was talking about earlier. It's a little bit hard to furnish just because there is staircases coming from all four sides. So I tried to keep it different for both. You'll see in the townhouse I do something a little bit different. Not too different, but a little bit different. So here I just add like a really small living space. I think I actually make the TV smaller later on because yeah. And the lighting in this build is kind of weird. I don't know if that's because it's Del Sol or it's the build itself, but you really don't notice that much of a difference with the lights on and off. So that's not my favorite part, but I think that might just be a Del Sol thing because I've seen this in a lot of builds I do with Del Sol. The lighting is not the best in Del Sol Valley. But yeah, so this is going to be her little creator space. That's what I did with the second floor. Yes, the second floor. And so I kind of made this just like the art area, and then outside there's a little woodworking space. There's another easel outside because, you know, she wants to have many angles from when she's doing her art. I've kind of used the side space that's left as storage kind of space. You know, I mean, when you're living in a townhouse, you might not have that much storage, and so you have to kind of just put stuff in different places. So, yeah. And another thing that was super hard about furnishing this is the fact that split levels, sometimes the furniture has a tendency to raise up to the foundation level instead of the floor because that one area is not considered a room. The problem is that for some reason I couldn't lower this build, so I was going to lower it, put the furniture, and then raise it back up, which is sometimes what you gotta do if things are too hard. And then another thing I did is I took some mosaics out from the gallery. I don't know who exactly I took them from. The names are obviously on the screen as I'm scrolling through all this, so you'll know who I took this from. So just know that none of the stuff is custom content. You won't lose anything by not having these items in your game because what people do is they take custom content and then they paint it in the Sims game, and then they re-upload it. So that's why I have some things that look like they're custom content, but they're not. And then obviously the murals are just already done and then uploaded to the gallery. So like I said, wanted to make this very unique, very, very colorful. I used a lot of city living stuff in this. I'm actually not sure what packs I used. I didn't focus on the packs that much for this build because I wanted to look the best it could. Of course, I will put it on the screen for you guys so you will know what packs I've used. So yeah, I thought this was definitely a very difficult build to do, especially because of that one weird split level area. But on top of that, there's just so much space that I didn't really know what to do. And originally, I was going to put this bedroom on the second floor, but it doesn't have any separation. So if people are just walking through your townhouse, they would walk right into your bedroom as you walk into the second floor, which I think is a little bit weird. So I didn't do it for this one. I do it for the other townhouse that I do. The other townhouse is made for kind of like a fitness YouTuber sim. So maybe he works in the athletic branch, on the side, or not on the side, but he works on the athletic branch as like that's his regular job, an athlete. And then maybe on his free time, he's a Sims YouTuber that talks about fitness, things like that. And he's also a little bit of a party boy. So I gave him some party stuff on the top. There's a hot tub, a dance floor, and then a DJ station. So he has that as well. She on the other, or not she. Have I been giving pronouns for others? I don't know. Whatever sim you make, it's just in my mind. I've already made sims for these two builds. So my sim was a guy for the fitness, and then the girl was an artist. It's actually a couple that I made this for because I actually put two dressers. Oh gosh, two dressers in my bedroom. Of course, a girl or a guy could have two dressers, but in my head that just means couple. So yeah, once again, I tried. So what happened is I saw that toilet that I chose from the art critic here, and it was bright blue and red and orange. So that's basically what I've built this whole entire house around is red or not, yeah, red, orange, blue, which you can see even in the living room. The couch is orange, the floor is blue. I don't really know what else much more I can say for this. She definitely has a more full kitchen than the other townhouse does because you'll see I've done something very interesting with the walls. I haven't Sims tested this yet, so I haven't checked that everything is usable and interactable. I will do that and I will write it on the screen when I'm editing. So you'll know. Probably at the end of the video I'll write it, or maybe I'll just write it right now while I'm talking. So we'll see what happens. I really liked the idea of using the dance floors as like a rug. They look pretty cool, so I did it. I don't know what that means for the Sims because I could imagine some Sims would just start dancing around the bed, as most Sims tend to do weird things. But hopefully that won't be too bothersome. And of course, you guys can change this if you download this build. I make my builds just to look nice. Have we started the next? Oh, we've started the next one. So I kind of been switching back and forth. So if I find something nice here, I might change it over there. Originally, I was going to make this kind of like a dull build. And what I mean by dull is kind of blacks, whites, grays, browns. I end up changing that. Well, a little bit. You will see some color is added. Not a whole lot of color gets added, but it's definitely not all bland. I think. I hope. I don't know. I think it turned out quite nicely. So instead of having that split level area as a living area, I've just given him a dining table. Um, and I've just given his bedroom in the second floor instead, which is what I was saying, where there's no wall separation between these staircases, so you're literally just gonna walk right into this guy's bedroom, which I think is a little bit weird, but at the same point, it's what I've done now at this point. And so, because of the weird lighting situation and the fact that some of these rooms are well, I don't know if they're small, but I think the way it's sectioned out makes it seem kind of smaller sometimes. When I have smaller builds like that, like for example, the bathrooms are pretty small. What I do is I add a lot of mirrors, which gives it a feel that it's larger, and then I also give it some brighter colors just so it doesn't feel so heavy. I had quite a bit of issue with this flooring in particular. I used a dance floor when I put it into the dining area, and I'd sized it up and I was trying to figure it out, and then I realized that they have different sized dance floors. So I was able to find one that fit without having to raise or anything. And I've also done something a little bit more different than the other one. I've added this nice little seating area just kind of in this little corner. There was enough space for it, so I figured let's go for it. So that's there, which isn't in the other build. I did kind of not follow my own directions when I added that kind of dark stuff, but as I've said, this build definitely does have some more neutral colors into it. I did stick with the wood theme still. You can definitely tell that in the bathroom with the spade sink, and then also the toilet. I don't, well, also, I mean, the shower's a little bit kind of sticking with the theme, not as much. And then I added these nice I think these are also from Spot A, and they just fit the color as well. I like adding. Oh, I don't know if I've added trash. I'm gonna have to add trash cans before I upload this on the gallery. But I like adding trash cans under the sink, even though you can't use them. I think it's an interesting little detail. And now I have added the YouTuber station, which I will end up moving against the, or not against the wall, but in front of this back wall instead, because I realized that YouTubers tend to have a backdrop behind their like screen, either made of fan art or stuff that their channel's about. So that's what I've done for this sim in particular as well. And then I added, as I said earlier, a little party area. This was interesting to furnish because it's a very small area, so it looks cramped. I haven't tested it yet. I will. I'm pretty sure you could probably reach everything though. And if there isn't something that you can reach, I will probably, if I can, I will move it. If I can't, then I will figure something else out. And I moved the wellness stuff actually. Right now it's in this gym area, but you'll see I move it onto that porch area. I didn't even realize we had these like plank stuff from Spot A that you could put on the floor. That's really cute. I may end up changing the kitchens a little bit before I upload this. I might add video. It'll definitely be in the screenshots if I do change it because I won't take the screenshots until I'm absolutely done. I've added some DJ posts. This is where I was talking about the backdrop that I've added for the YouTuber. They tend to have like these little post things. So I gave him a bunch of jerseys that are signed in different colors because he's obviously in the fitness career. So I thought it would be cool for him to have his like precious signed framed jerseys in front of him. Then I thought about adding his trophies, and then I was like, nah, we're not gonna add the trophies as well. Trophies are actually sitting downstairs, and they sit on a little. It's kind of some. I think it's from Laundry Day, and they have like hanging clothes. It's where you like hang clothes and stuff. So I've changed that rug to yellow so that we have some color. Of course, you guys can change it back to white. I know that a lot of you might prefer the white over this like bright yellow. I actually don't like yellow. It's my least favorite color in the entire world, but I've done with it. Another thing is I changed the medicine cabinet because the other one looked like it was protruding out a lot and it made the space feel smaller. So that's why I changed that. And then I added this nice spot I think it's like one of those separation walls, but I've added them just kind of on top so that it looks like a nice little backdrop since I can't change anything Kaylee did with the walls since she's like the builder and the furnisher. And also, I understand why she didn't change any of the walls because if she had given a backsplash, then I would have automatically done a kitchen in that place. And I asked her something hard to furnish, and I don't think she wanted to like inadvertently make it so that I have to furnish where she changes the walls and such. Like, had she made that small room full of tiles or something, you would have assumed a bathroom. Although, of course, that room specifically is really the only place a bathroom could be, unless you did like second floor was like a spa area or something. I don't know. Then maybe not. Or I guess it'd have to be the third floor because that would have the most privacy, even though it has super large windows. So, I did add some piping on the sides of the wall because I wanted to keep this a little bit more industrial. I know that the furnishing isn't industrial, but because of the wall color that we've gone with, this like washed brick color, I thought it fit the theme pretty well um, to add some piping so it looks a little bit unfinished. And now I'm just doing some final touches. I think we're reaching the end of the video. We're about to get into screenshots pretty soon. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed this build. Of course, my furnished one will be on my gallery, and her shell building will be on her channel. So caidilycreates will have it on her gallery. You guys should definitely go check it out. I will link her Instagram, her YouTube video, this specific YouTube video down below. And then, of course, I will have my Instagram and everything down below as well. So, yeah, make sure that if you want to see her build video, you check out her channel and You can download either hers or mine from the gallery, as I've said. Anyways, I think the next day you'll see me is when I'm doing a renovation of an abandoned house build by Sim Builds. So I hope you guys have a good day. Thanks for watching. Make sure to hit that like button if you like the video, hit that thumbs, oh my gosh, hit that subscribe button if you like me, and I will see you next time. Bye!